Purple was the chosen colour of the protesters in central Milan as they called for Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi to face the full force of the law. Mr. Berlusconi is set to be tried for child prostitution and abuse of power in the coming months, charges that carry a sentence of 15 years in prison. The sound of pots and pans rang out as the gathered masses made their point that justice must be served.
It
is becoming increasingly difficult for Berlusconi to stay out of the courtroom. There are a lot of people putting pressure on him, and his supporters are showing signs of deserting him. As we saw yesterday, his only supporters are the type of people who will insult passers-by in the street and who don't engage in political dialogue.
Mr. Berlusconi is also expected to go to trial on charges of corruption and bribery before the end of the year. The concern of those here today is that Mr. Berlusconi has shown on a number of occasions that he is able to avoid prosecution. As such, there is real fear among those protesting that the Prime Minister will use any means necessary to stay in power and to stay out of jail. The Prime Minister and his supporters continue to reject the accusations made against him and say that the judiciary should concentrate on more important matters.
Prostitution by illegal immigration, by thieves, by illegal commerce, and all these things does not interest any judge. They only spend their time to check who come into and come out by the house of Prime Minister.
The fact that Silvio Berlusconi is set to go to trial is considered by many to be a step in the right direction. But those protesting here are desperate to remind the judiciary that the tricks that the Prime Minister has used before should not be tolerated this time. Jeremy Inson, Press TV, Milan.